In this video, we're going to review how to apply constraints to your Enable Viewer so as to lock your measurements and members to a particular plane or a particular axis. We're going to start with setting an axis constraint. So we're going to left click from the drop-down menu, Set Axes, and that's going to bring up the ability to set one of 2 points from which the axis will be defined. So we click on the model in the first point, then we go to another point, left click again, and as you can see, I've set an axis at the top of my upturned beam here. And if you go to the left hand side, we have axis 1 now visible. To make it non-visible, you left click the toggle and it's now going to be off. You'll notice that we have this lock button. That means that I cannot move or manipulate the points that define the axes. If you unlock it, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to bring it back to this edge because that's where we wanted it. I'm going to lock it again so that doesn't happen. And if you go, say, take a measurement, well, we'll do a distance here, we can still apply the distance anywhere in our point cloud. However, if we want to lock our measurements to this particular axis, we can activate it. And now it kind of comes more vibrant, as you can see. And as we move our cursor along, the measurement tool is locked to that axis, which is why it's called a constraint. It is constraining our measurements, our members, our actions to that particular axis when it is active. So I'm just going to go ahead and left click, and then I'll left click over here and escape to get out of this. And as you can see now, the measurement I took is on this axis from the first point to the second point. If you want to apply not an axis, but a plane, say for the top of the slab here, you can also do that. First thing we'll do is we'll deactivate this. So we left click the active button, and now we can take our measurements from anywhere again. But what we're going to do for this demonstration is we're going to apply a fit plane now. And here we left click, and you'll notice it asks us to set 3 points because we need 3 points to set a plane. You can set more if you wish, but you cannot set less because 2 is an axis. So I'm just going to go over here, set a point. I'm not sure if that's selected. We'll do another one here. I didn't the first one, so that's okay. We'll just do, that's 2. And, how about at the strain? That's 3. Now we zoom out. At the very bottom it says 3 points selected, enter to finalize. We're going to do that. And now what we have to do is we have to set an X and Y dimension because this is going to fit a plane through the point cloud that we're going to constrain to, but we need to give it an axis for our measurements on it. So we're just going to do over here, left click to establish the first point, left click again to establish the second point, click enter, and that's going to set our X and Y as indicated by these arrows. And what's happened here is we fit a plane through these 3 points all the way through the point cloud. It's obviously highlighted in green, but that actually doesn't necessarily mean that it's active. As you go to the left hand side, you'll see that it's actually not active. It still says activate. So we can take our distances and our measurements from anywhere. If we want to be constrained to this particular plane, we can go ahead and activate it. And now, if I want to take a measurement, I cannot take it anywhere but on this particular plane. This is useful if you want to lock to a particular elevation for either measurements or elevations. If you don't want to see the plane, you can go ahead and left click that toggle visibility, and now it's out of the way. Same thing again for the axis.